Welcome to Return to Praise. My name is Jacob Giles, and I serve at Pointe Baptist Church as the Molino campus pastor. I am standing right now in Blue Wahoo Stadium in downtown Pensacola, Florida. And at the time we're recording this, the Blue Wahoos are actually in season, but right now are playing out of town. And as the Wahoos play each and every night, this stadium fills up with thousands of people that are ready to cheer on the Wahoos. Those people come with one purpose, like I said, to cheer on the Wahoos. We maybe could even rephrase that to say they come to praise the Wahoos. Or maybe I could even over-exaggerate the point a little bit and say they come to worship the Wahoos. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little ridiculous, but let me explain what I mean. Think about it. What do people do when they come to this stadium? Well, first of all, they pay some money and they sacrifice some time and make it a priority to be here to see the Wahoos play. And then people gather in this stadium. A lot of people who have no idea who the other people around them are, but they gather together, find community, and even make friends because they have one thing in common. They're here to see the Wahoos. And then, like any type of community, there's food involved. Especially for us Baptists, we love to eat. So they grab their popcorn, they grab their pretzels, or whatever it may be, and they have fun and fellowship with one another. And then think about this. When the Wahoos do something good, what do? Well, they clap their hands. They may even stand up and lift their hands. They're going to shout encouragement. They're going to shout praise. They're going to talk about the things that the Wahoos did well, and they're going to give them praise for that. And then think about this. When they leave the stadium, what do? They're going to go and tell people about how they were at the game, what happened at the game, and they're going to tell people about what they experienced, what they saw, and the people that they met. And if I was to describe that before explaining that I was in Blue Wahoo Stadium, you would most likely think that I was probably explaining a worship service. People gathering together, one thing in common, that's Jesus Christ, making friends with people they probably never would, having fellowship, food, fun together, and then lifting their hands, shouting praises. You even think about it in the seventh inning, what do? We stand up and we sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And so people are singing, they're shouting, they're praising, they're coming together for one purpose, and then they're leaving and going and telling everybody they know about what they experienced, what happened, and what they saw. And that's exactly what our church services should look like. We should come together in fellowship and community with one another for one purpose. That's Jesus Christ. And we should shout and praise and sing and glorify His name. We should be expectant, waiting for God to move, excited for what He has. And then we should also leave and tell people about Him and what He's done and what He's doing. The problem is, a lot of us, if we were to be honest, get more excited about going to a ball game than we do about being in church and worshiping God. In fact, a lot of us, if we were to be honest, probably would say that we praise our favorite sports team better than we do God at times. And I would imagine there are a lot of people that are watching this video that if you were to be honest, you would say, I want to be able to praise God better. I want to be able to worship Him with all that I am, but I can't seem to do it. I don't know how, or maybe I feel stuck, or I keep feeling like I'm doing the same things over and over and over again, or maybe I just don't know where to go from here. I don't know how to get back to praise. Maybe for some of you, there's some sin that's in your life that you're like, I just can't seem to overcome this to where I can praise God, or maybe there's some things that have happened in your life that have stolen your joy. Maybe you're even watching this and you feel like you don't have a reason to praise God, but you want to. And there's a lot of people who say, I want to praise God, I want to worship God, but I feel stuck, I don't know how, or I don't know how to get back to praise. And that's the whole purpose of this series. We want to help people return to praise. We want people to be more excited about God than they are their favorite sports team. We want people to worship God. We want our church, we want Pointe Baptist Church to be more enjoyable, to be more exciting, and it to be filled with more worship every single Sunday than Wahoo Stadium is every single night. We want to help you return to praise. And so over the course of this series, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a look at what is called the worship cycle. In this worship cycle are aspects of worship. And the idea is that it is a circle, and when we choose to worship, we walk through each of these aspects, and we can't get back to the beginning, which is praise, without going through these other aspects. So, like I said, it starts with praise, then goes to adoration, then confession, then listening, and it ends with obedience. And the idea is we can't get back to praise until we have walked through all these other aspects of worship. And so each week we're going to tackle one of these aspects. We'll start with praise. Week 2 will be adoration. Week 3 will be confession. Week 4 will be listening. Week 5 will be obedience. Praise, adoration, confession, listening, obedience. And then we'll end week 6 looking at all of them together and talking about how we can make sure that each of these aspects are a part of our life. And so I'm so excited that you've chosen to join us. Along with this study is a devotional book. Each week in your small group, you're going to watch one of these videos, and then the following week, you're going to walk through that week's devotionals. And I pray that God helps you as you walk through this series, Return to Praise, and that your life would be filled with worship, and that we would see God be glorified through it all, and our churches would be filled with praise for Him and Him alone. And so our prayer to you and for you is that you would return to praise.